Oh, here we go, guys. Here we're back again. UPS batteries. I've been just checking them out with a multimeter, just to see if I can get anything out of them. They have got some voltage in them, but I do need to build that Bedini generator. I've just gone to find my soldering iron, and looks like I've lent it to somebody because I can't find it. I've got some wire to make the coils and everything, so I'm going to have to contact my mate and see if he's finished with it. Right, anyway guys, getting back to now. Let's bring you in a little closer. As you can see, I've used it. Emberlit Stove. I did say I'd do a review on it. Let's get it in frame. Oh, we're in frame. Yeah, we're in frame. So I'll do the review. I've got. I think you guys can see it. Got 3 pints of water in here. Ain't gonna need 3 pints, but hey ho. Gonna do myself some noodles and a cup of coffee. Right, here we go. We'll put this together to start with. I can remember which way round it goes. I do believe. God, I'm having one of them days. Yeah, right, okay. Nice and easy. As you can see, I've used it well. You'll see on this we have tabs. The tabs go in these slots. That one there is the front, so it doesn't need it. So there we go. And there it is. I know I said I would do a review on this a while back. I have seen another one out there that another chap I actually does a lot of bushcraft, goes to the bushcraft shows and that has shown me. Right, okay, what I'm going to do, got some sticks here. Stand it up. Where are we? God, I'm having one of them days. It's an old wooden table leg that I've mucked about with and played with. Right guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get one of them Vaseline sticks that I made earlier on in a previous video, and just get an idea, give you an idea what it lights like. I think we see it's sort of soaked in. But what I'm going to do, right. if you can see that, it is slowly, very small fire there. By the looks of it, it's just gone out. That's strange. But that is one I made earlier on today, so I suppose it hasn't soaked in. Might not have soaked in enough. Try and lighten it again. Feeding the sticks in, guys. Some thin ones. You can see the flame coming out the top. It's the tiniest of flames. Got a different lighter. Damn builders next door again, I don't know if you can hear it. Right guys, yeah, getting back to this. 3 pints of water. Good old Billy can. I haven't got a clue what size this is. I've had this for quite a while. Just one of those things. Something I've been meaning to do is the handle tends to fall over and falls over onto the flame. So what I'm going to do is using that old paper clip that I use for dunking stuff in. I'm just going to, yeah, that looks like that's going to work. So poke that through there. Should do this while it ain't on. depending on the flame. Right guys, all I've done is bent that down, that through and down, and the idea is now when that goes like that, that's what I've got on my other billy can, it sort of does that, but I can still fold it all the way down the other way, and that just holds it off. Excellent. That's what you can do with these giant paper clips. Oh, just tuck that round so I don't spear myself on it. Yeah, well, I suppose I really should time that, shouldn't I? 3 pints of water, guys. That's going to take quite a while, I would imagine, but those of you who want to fast forward, please feel free to fast forward. I get PMs off of guys and what have you, and I'd just like to say to the guys, you know, this is purely my way of doing things. I'm not saying it's the right way, I'm not saying it's the wrong way, but it's my way. Your best bet is, when you're on YouTube, go round. I take a little bit of everybody's idea and just incorporate my own thing into it. The only trouble is with the Vaseline stick, it does smoke a bit. But anyway, to clean my billy can, I use a car product called Auto Sol. The wife's pinched it, might have guessed. Yeah. So I just use a cloth, bit of Auto Sol on it. I've generally got something in my bag to keep it clean, because there's nothing worse than putting that back in your kit and getting the black soot over everything. So, but the Emberlit stove comes in its own little pouch, or you can get this with it. Something else I have got, guys, I don't know if you guys have seen this, but this is my, as I say, 1 is none, 2 is 1. This is my other stove. Basically, little pipe goes on there, stands there, you can put a cup on it. Methylated spirits or alcohol, put the pipe in, onto there, into there, give it a squeeze, light it, and then just keep giving it a squeeze every now and again, and it keeps it going. Use this probably once or twice. I've got a small kit I take with me when I go out on a motorcycle. I don't have a motorcycle anymore. Got to the point is the roads are just too bloody dangerous here in the UK. But yeah, so I've got this little kit, and this is how I used to make my tea when I was on my bike. So, as I say, keeps it in the billy can. Get the bubbles on the bottom. Such a simple design. The Emberlit stove, you know. Just unbelievable, guys. It's just a brilliant little stove. I do have a little kidney cup that I use, and that goes across the stove for when I'm using a smaller tin for that. Now this billy can come with this dish. I generally pack food and that in there when I'm doing bits and pieces, guys. You know, sometimes I just go out with that tin in the back of the car and my other stove, which you've seen, and I do have quite a good banquet. The egg omelette, the egg omelette is the omelette. What I tend to do is I make an omelette, crack an egg, put it in a plastic bag, put my cheese, put my my mushrooms and such with it, and then what I'll do is, as I'm boiling the water, I'll drop the bag in there, and it boils. It cooks it within the bag, so you end up with hot water for your mug of coffee, your tea, and you also end up with your food. Put a bit of wood in up the top there. Might actually be the wood that's a point. I just thought about that table. That was a table leg that I made that stuff with this morning. Wonder if it just didn't soak the Vaseline in very well. I generally don't have a problem with it. What I tend to do is, when I pull it out the pot, I feather stick it, and of course I didn't do that. Use the old knife, feather stick it up, and away you go. And you know, that's three pints of water. Give you an idea on feather sticking. Obviously there's many ways of doing it. The slower the angle, or sort of say the softer the angle, the better the feathers you get. You know, not the best, but does the job. That's really nice. Not the sort of wood you use for batoning, but it's it'll do for the time being. Poke it in. Go get my little baton. you baton, guys, always use a piece of wood, never use another thing against that, another steel object. Yeah, get some really nice. I mean, I prefer, to be honest, to be out on a proper campfire. I actually concentrated on pushing this in, guys, instead of talking and doing what I was doing. I'd have had a roaring fire all the time. One thing you've got to do with this is keep feeding it. I actually think the table leg, which is what this originally was from an old table, I think the wood was had a preservative in it, which is why it hasn't took so well. The actual knack with this particular stove is get it going with some good embers in it first. I think I rushed it a bit because obviously, because it's on video, I wanted to get it so that you guys could see the lot. So as you can see, it just needs feeding again. So, I tend to put the wood in sort of like that, that way, this way and that way, so that the coals spread. With a natural wood without all the preservatives in, the bloody wood, it's actually goes really well. But give you an idea, I don't know if you can see the flames coming out of there. My Austrian or Norwegian stove, which you see me using, the old Trangia one, that's the one I tend to use nearly all the time. Went out about the car. This wood's come out of my little coal shed, my little wood storage place. Been in plastic bags all winter. Oh, should have showed you that. What you got to be careful with the wood, guys, especially here in sort of Buckinghamshire and that. You have what they call the false widow spider. I'm lucky that I haven't had one in my wood kit. Wood pile, but a friend of mine who lives up the road towards Milton Keynes had one in his wood pile. In actual fact, had a nest in his wood pile. Well, they give a nasty bite. They can't kill you, not as far as I know. Don't take that as gospel, but it's what I've been told. They can't kill you. But they don't half bite. That was bloody hot. That was a stupid thing to do. I say, guys, that is 3 pints of water. Yes, guys, I know most of my videos I've started cooking. So, I don't know what that is, 20 minutes or so we've been to heat the water. You see it's steaming. I've sorted me coffee. Oh well, that'll add to the taste. I know it's a bit of overkill. 3 pints of water. It would have boiled a lot less than that in a lot quicker time. But it's just to give you an idea that you know, I tend to use that pot if myself, and my son and daughter come out with me. And we go for long walks up in the Chilterns. Emberlit Stove comes with us, with my Trangia as well, and You know, I can make a decent brew with a decent amount, or might even just take the Kelly kettle. Depends on what we're going for. If we're going out for the day, then I generally take a bit of food, a couple of pots, and as I say, some of them dog bowls, which are great. This one I tend to use for frying in, the one to the left there. But as I say, it's I keep the whole lot clean using auto solve. I don't know if you guys can hear that. It ain't far off. What I tend to use is, if I'm in the woods or we're in the woods, we use the longer thin sticks, and my son just keeps pushing them in. That's probably why I ain't I ain't as used to it as he is. He gets on and does what he needs to do. Probably don't need them extra bits of wood in, but why not? Well guys, just Chinese style mug shot. I can't remember where the wife got this, but I think it's got a year on it, over a year on it. If you cut this, put it in a resealer, a vacuum packer, you get another year or so out of it. Well, it's boiling, guys. It's not a fierce rolling boil, so I'll just hang on that extra couple of minutes. Sorry about the video length, but this does say boiling water, and I know it's sort of boiling, but I want to make sure it's really boiling, because I do like a hot coffee. Just suddenly realised where I had a spare one. As I say, one is none, two is one. So auto sole, metal polish, that's what that'll be cleaned up with shortly. But that is rolling boil big time now by the sound of it. Sorry it's took so long, guys, as I say. Nice rolling boil. And with that, I I love tea, I also love noodles. Chinese style. I hope they taste as nice as they look. Generally you tend to find this stuff tastes rubbish. But the wife goes out, does a bit of shopping. Yes. At least she's thinking of me, which is good. Always good when your wife thinks of you. That is hot. So as you can see guys, that's a lot of water. In actual fact, that's a hell of a lot of water. That's still quite full. Put that back on. Put a bit too much water in there. Never mind. So it would probably be more like a soup. That was bloody hot, I will say that. Guys, I'm drying my knife. I know my trousers, my knees, these are clean. When you do anything with a knife, pull it towards you so that the blade is away, and when doing the other side, push away from you. You know, be careful you don't cut yourself. Remember the triangle of death. Just remember that. You slice yourself there and you're out in the wilderness, only God will help you. Nice coffee. Camp stag, and I know several of my people will laugh at that, but so yeah, camp stag, man. Bushcrafting at its best. Well, urban bushcrafting this is classed as. Back garden. So yeah, take a drink to the GCG squad. Emberlit Stove. What can I say? Nice piece of kit. Not my ultimate piece of kit. Not the thing I would use all the time, but it's my backup kit. Just give you guys a bird's eye view. If I can find it, where are we? There we go. So, God, that is hot coming up there. So, that was a quarter of a full-size table leg. That was, well, in actual fact, that's the other part of it. So what you see chopped up, it was one of them. So that has just heated 3 pints of water, which has got my noodles, done my coffee, and give me plenty of washing up water. So cheers for watching, guys. I'll let that cool down. The billy can, and I'll do a small clip of me cleaning it. Cheers, guys. See you shortly.